Imagine a brand born from the rivalry between a race car driver and a fearless magnate, surviving wars, economic crises, and cultural changes, and today reinventing itself in a world driven by electric cars and artificial intelligence. This is the story of Chevrolet, a centennial journey that not only shaped the automotive industry but also left its mark on the roads and in the hearts of millions. How has this giant remained on top for over a century, and what does the future hold for one of the planet's most iconic brands? The answer may surprise you: the fascinating history of Chevrolet, from drivers to automotive legends. Chevrolet, also known as Chevy, is one of the most iconic brands in the automotive world, capable of evoking memories of long roads, powerful engines, and dreams on wheels. Since its founding in 1911, the company has gone through technological revolutions, economic crises, and launched cars that marked generations. Its history is also the story of the automobile itself, an epic tale of innovation, fierce competition, and a passion for speed. The origin: from racing to garages around the world, 1911 to 1918, Chevrolet was born from the vision of two determined men, Louis Chevrolet and William C. Durant. Louis Chevrolet was a Swiss race car driver passionate about engines, famous for his skills on the track. On the other hand, Durant, the founder of General Motors, was an ambitious businessman seeking to reclaim his position in the automotive industry after being ousted from GM. On November 3, 1911, the duo founded the Chevrolet Motor Company in Detroit, Michigan. The first car, the Chevrolet Classic 6, reflected the bold spirit of the brand, a powerful and elegant sedan, but too expensive for the average consumer. Durant realized he would need a new strategy to confront the growing rival Ford, which had already dominated the market with its affordable Model T. The chosen path was to offer quality vehicles at competitive prices. The Great Leap: the merger with General Motors, 1918. Chevrolet soon gained prominence in the market, and in 1918, Durant made a decisive move. He merged Chevrolet with General Motors, regaining control of the giant he had founded years earlier. With this maneuver, Chevrolet positioned itself as Ford's main competitor, inaugurating a historic rivalry that would shape the future of the industry. The Chevrolet 490 model, launched at this time, was a strategic blow. It offered features that the Model T lacked, such as electric lighting and a more sophisticated design, at similar prices. It was confirmation that Chevrolet was ready to challenge Ford's leadership. Innovation and resilience in the 1920s and 1930s. In the 1920s, Chevrolet consolidated its space with a line of cars that combined efficiency and elegance. The goal was clear: to democratize the automobile, making it accessible to ordinary families. The brand introduced important innovations, such as the inline six-cylinder engine, nicknamed Stovebolt, which combined performance with durability. The Great Depression of 1929 brought tough times for the automotive sector, but Chevrolet adapted, launching affordable vehicles that kept the company competitive. This period proved that Chevrolet had something many brands did not: the ability to evolve and endure even in the most adverse circumstances. World War II and the post-war era. The Age of Optimism, 1940 to 1950. With the entry of the United States into World War II, automobile production was halted, and Chevrolet factories dedicated themselves to manufacturing military trucks and other equipment for the war effort. At the end of the conflict, in 1945, the American automotive industry was reborn, fueled by optimism and the economic prosperity of the post-war era. During this period, Chevrolet launched vehicles that became symbols of the time, such as the Chevrolet Bel Air, with its exuberant design and chrome details, and the Chevrolet Corvette in 1953, the brand's first sports car. The Corvette quickly won hearts, inaugurating a tradition of sports cars that endures to this day. The Golden Years: muscle cars and cultural revolution, 1960 to 1970. The 1960s were a time of transformation in American society, and Chevrolet was ready to accompany this revolution. The famous muscle cars emerged, powerful cars with aggressive designs that reflected the youthful and rebellious spirit of the era. In 1966, Chevrolet unveiled the iconic Camaro, a direct response to the success of the Ford Mustang. The battle between Camaro and Mustang became one of the most legendary rivalries in the automotive industry, inspiring movies, songs, and a vibrant car culture. At the same time, Chevrolet solidified its reputation with sedans like the Impala, which in 1965 became the first car in history to sell over 1 million units in a single year. Crises and Reinvention, the challenges of the 1970s. The 1970s brought new challenges. The oil crisis of 1973 severely impacted the American automotive industry, which had become accustomed to manufacturing large, fuel-guzzling vehicles. Chevrolet needed to adapt quickly to face this new reality, introducing smaller, more economical cars like the Corvette. Although these models were very different from the muscle cars of the previous decade, they were crucial in keeping the brand competitive in a market demanding efficiency and economy. Globalization and consolidation in the 1980s and 1990s. In the 1980s and 1990s, Chevrolet rode the wave of globalization, expanding its operations beyond the United States and strengthening its presence in markets like Latin America. In Brazil, Chevrolet became synonymous with success with cars like the Opala, a robust and elegant sedan, and the Corvette, which won over consumers with its simplicity and economy. Additionally, Chevrolet invested in the growing SUV and pickup market, launching models like the Blazer and Silverado, which became leaders in their segments. The brand also invested in new technologies, including more efficient engines and advanced safety systems, preparing for an increasingly competitive market. The 21st century, the era of innovation and sustainability. With the turn of the millennium, Chevrolet entered a new era marked by the pursuit of energy efficiency and sustainability. In 2010, the brand launched the Chevrolet Volt, one of the first plug-in hybrid electric cars on the market, anticipating the global trend towards less polluting vehicles. The line of SUVs and pickups continued to be an important pillar for Chevrolet, especially with the ongoing success of the Silverado and S10 in Latin America. In Brazil, the brand found a new sales champion in the Chevrolet Onix, which became one of the best-selling cars in the country and solidified the brand's leadership in the national market. Chevrolet in Brazil, a lasting relationship. The story of Chevrolet in Brazil is a separate chapter. The company arrived in the country in 1924 and quickly won over the public with robust and reliable vehicles. The Opala, launched in 1968, became one of the greatest icons of the national industry, becoming the official car of many Brazilian families for decades. In the 1990s, models like the Corsa and Astra also achieved success, attracting consumers with their modernity and efficiency. Today, Chevrolet maintains a prominent position in the Brazilian market, with the Onix lineup and other vehicles adapted to local needs, consolidating its presence as one of the country's most beloved brands. The future, toward sustainable mobility. As the automotive industry moves toward a more sustainable future, Chevrolet is at the forefront of the transition to electric vehicles. The company has already launched fully electric models like the Chevrolet Bolt and is developing technologies for autonomous cars. The brand is also investing in mobility services, keeping pace with changes in consumer preferences seeking more eco-friendly and intelligent alternatives. With over a century of history, Chevrolet continues to evolve, ready to face the challenges and opportunities of the future. Its cars are not just machines. They are symbols of freedom and achievement, taking people to fulfill their dreams on wheels. Conclusion: a story of passion and innovation. Chevrolet is much more than a car brand. It is a true institution in the history of transportation and popular culture. From its humble origins in the hands of a driver and a visionary, the brand has grown and adapted to the transformations of the market and society. With a blend of tradition and innovation, Chevrolet remains steadfast on the path to the future, always with the mission of offering vehicles that connect people and places. After all, for Chevrolet, every road is a new opportunity to create unforgettable memories. If you enjoyed this, please share, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any news. Thank you very much for watching.